Welcome to Turkey and welcome to the pictures of one of the all-time greats of the NBA, Allen Iverson, making his debut for Besiktas tonight in the opening night of the Eurocup here on Eurosport 2. We start our coverage tonight here at the Kola Turk Arena in Turkey, and over the course of this evening, hopefully we will take you to Poland to see last year's beaten finalist Alba Berlin as they travel to Wrocław. And we will round off this evening with a trip to Madrid as Estudiantes will take on PAOK from Greece. But let's concentrate the first game here of the Eurocup season here on Eurosport 2 on this game in Turkey. And with me tonight, Mick Bett. And how can we start with a bigger occasion than Allen Iverson's debut in Turkey?
Well, Mark, you don't find many occasions that are much elevated, much publicized as this. The opening game for Allen Iverson, the NBA legend, 10 years with the Sixers. There he is there, going through the warm-up. His arrival in Besiktas was greeted by a full audience. You know, Dominique Wilkins played for Panathinaikos back in the day. Josh Childress played for Olympiacos the last 2 years. This is probably the biggest entrance by anybody into European basketball. Allen Iverson is the main man. This is an unbelievable, momentous occasion we're going to see tonight, and hopefully he's going to come to the party, because with Allen Iverson comes much stories. Well,
Iverson is the big attraction, but what a test for him in the opening night, Mick. Hemofarm, one of these successes of the Eurocup in recent years, and what a contrast as well. Iverson and the big names in Turkish basketball against Hemofarm from Serbia, with the team that's Hemofarm, with the players 10 deep, players getting double-digit minutes. They will be a team. They won't be playing Allen Iverson one-on-one. And this is that Hemofarm lineup, and that with Mac Van and his teammates on this team, this is the team that's going to take on Besiktas tonight.
Well, 7 of this team returned from 2 years ago when Hemofarm made the semi-finals of this competition, eventually losing to Lietuvas Ritas, the eventual winners. So this is an experienced team, and Milan Mažić, who's the leading number 3 scorer in the Adriatic League, number 5 in rebounds. They are the next up-and-coming great superstar in Europe. Now, Mark, going back to Allen Iverson, you see our 3 referees there getting ready for this momentous game. Iverson came to Europe. He went away from the NBA because he didn't want to sit on a bench. Do you think his first game, coach will say, well, you're new to the team, you won't start tonight?
Well,
I don't think so.
Bayatake, the coach for Besiktas, has a huge call there. I'm sure he's not going to do that. This crowd have come to see Allen Iverson. But I tell you what, current leaders of the Adriatic League, Hemofarm, this is going to be a real test. And the difficulty for him, this is not the NBA. This is not that one-on-one style of basketball that he would have been used to in the NBA. There will be a lot of orange shirts under that basket trying to fill the middle.
Well, take nothing away from the Adriatic League, right, Mark, but it's not as strong as it's been. And Hemofarm, you're right, second place, 5-2. They're up there, but Partizan down in 5th. I think Red Star Belgrade are in the bottom place. So you can see the money's not in that league right now. And this is going to be a tough game for both teams.
Wow. There's the crowd. They're getting ready for what will be a real party, they hope, here in Turkey. Opening night of the Eurocup in 2010-2011 season. Besiktas from Turkey and Hemofarm from Serbia facing off. And it's week 1, but we've got a real heavyweight clash. And the spice of Allen Iverson in a Besiktas uniform for the first time. Here we go. Crowd, what an expectation in the gym. Everybody on their feet. Let's hope Iverson delivers and we don't end up with one of those nights that he would rather forget. Here we go. Eurocup, game 1. Silence in the arena. And it's Hemofarm who control the basketball. Traditional Hemofarm basketball here. High post pick and roll. Mac Van goes to the post, looking to isolate him. Penetration, great pass. Mac Van goes up, misses the 2, and it's Iverson. First chance to get the Besiktas team down the floor. Wow. In that unfamiliar number 4 uniform for Besiktas. Steps back. Well, he wants to get himself going, Mick.
You think so? First touch, first shot. Yeah, no, you won't want to remember that first shot too well. Very short, but you know, this will be a good test for Hemofarm as well. I think they'll want to play against this occasion. The big players, they want to make the names for themselves.
Well, Perkovic comes down with his own offensive rebound chance here for the third offensive set for Hemofarm. Magvan isolated in the post. Nice help, kick, wide open, three is off. And that was a long-looking three. We need to get a check on that.
Well, Jerome Jordan's just finished the offensive rebound. Christodoulou missed a three-pointer. Jerome Jordan at 7 foot, the Jamaican University of Tulsa, has got long arms and long legs and goes up, rises. Not a big-time scorer, Mark, but his points could be important tonight.
Well, he's definitely going to do a job on the boards. He's a real athlete. Can he complete it? Well, flat-looking free throw, but gets a very friendly roll, and Hemofarm with the early lead. And normal service almost resuming here for Besiktas as Chapman sets them off in the half court. Maya Chapman, vastly experienced in Europe, big-time winner. Iverson. This is only going one way, isn't it? Oh, he finds Chapman, open for three, is short. Magvan pulls down the rebound. Hemofarm, a chance to run. And it's in the half court now. Pavovic doesn't like it, but gets to the basket. Nice kick. A stitch with another three. Back-to-back threes. That one's off. Chapman with a rebound. Great look, great pass. And easy two, and it was all made by Maya Chapman as Sherat Chetan gets the easy two on the break.
Yeah, nice play, wasn't he? You don't get those open layups very often, and you get them, make the most of them.
Well, it was great vision by Chapman. The ball came down, saw the pass, wide open, and just released it. And Christodoulou, back-to-back missed threes. Turnover now for Hemofarm, and it will be Besiktas through Chapman, who will control the basketball. 8 minutes of the first quarter remaining. Iverson off the down screen, gets the high post screen. Little crossover, gets rid of it. The crowd are going to love it if Iverson starts sharing the ball. And nice three by Sherat Chetan. And that will be interesting if Iverson starts to distribute the ball. Be good for his lineup now. Open two is no good. Chapman, another defensive rebounds, got numbers. Great push by Maya Chapman to the basket, and one.
Wonderful play. Maya Chapman there. You know, he had Iverson on his right. Iverson wasn't going to run as quickly as Maya Chapman with the ball. Two veterans of basketball there. Jerome Jordan picks up a foul. The 7-footer was challenged on the move to the hoop. There you see it going up against 7-foot. Maya Chapman gets it up nice and high. Can't block the shot and gets the and one.
Well, Maya Chapman, as we said, vastly experienced. Can he complete the nice start now for Besiktas? They go to an 8-3 lead, and it's by pushing the basketball, sharing the basketball, great vision. And this will be interesting. If they can keep this tempo high, Hemofarm will not want to run up and down that much. And they've got to get that. Oh, good defense there by Iverson. That's not said very often. Jovic off the high post screen, pulls the trigger for three. And that's off. And Hemofarm are cold at the start of this. Another break opportunity, and that's mishandled. And that will be Besiktas basketball. I think the...
that's a foul call to mark, I think.
That should be a foul. I thought the referee just decided to give them the ball and we'll start again, but foul's called. Great vision by Iverson again, Mick, and they're pushing the ball so quickly.
Well, I mean, you've got to look up when you got a team that looks like it can run. Players will get out in the lanes and run, and you feed them the ball, they'll even run even more.
Iverson on the end line will control it, and Snad is just going to run some half court here. High post pick and roll. Oh, great look. Chapman, little head fake. Second fake is fouled. And the great thing for me is this Besiktas team are sharing the basketball.
Well, Chapman's wide open. You can do nothing but share the ball. I'm not sure defensively where Hemofarm are at. Jerome Jordan picks up foul number 2. You know, it's 7-foot tall guy and someone like Chapman under the market. Why take the fake? You can block it standing still, really. Mark, this arena is filled with Besiktas fans. We've been here before with Eurosport. It's never been this fanatical. You know, maybe a lot of soccer fans that come into the arena to support their team because Besiktas have got a big soccer following. This is a real club atmosphere here. Everybody getting behind this team. This is not a bad team to put together either. With Iverson and Chapman at the guard and some decent acquisitions through the summer. You know what? If they get things going and Iverson puts some solid, hard work into this team, it's going to be a good team.
Well, Hemofarm take the timeout, and they've really struggled. They've missed from the perimeter, and they really have not got themselves established in the game. And There's one of those many number 4 shirts that I think this crowd are going to be buying over the course of this year with Iverson's name on the back. Well, timeout at the moment after a really great start by Besiktas. We get some highlights during this Hemofarm timeout, and it's been a great performance on the break. Mažić Chapman has sparked the hometown team here in Turkey to a really nice start. Chapman has already won this competition when he was at Dynamo Moscow. Nothing would please this crowd more if they could come up with a win in Europe. There's Turkish fans, there's Turkish basketball on a real high after the World Championships in the summer. And here is Mažić Chapman to try and keep that scoreboard ticking over from the free throw line. Misses the first.
Yeah, Mažić Chapman, one of the legends of Eurocup basketball. I think he's number 5 in points average in Eurocup, ULEB Cup history. So a big-time player in this competition. Played with quite a few clubs as well. His 3rd year with Besiktas right now, so he's enjoying a nice little home here.
Well, Pekovic trying to get Hemofarm there. Will spend some time with the basketball, I'm sure, over the next few possessions. Try and move the basketball, get it to Makvan. Let him go to work in the block. Strong move by Makvan. Step back. Sweet little move. And he's undersized. Everyone talks about him being undersized. But when he's got that sort of touch on the fadeaway, he's a tough ask.
Well, that's a nice part of his game that he's really been short of. He likes the perimeter. He likes to shoot the shot facing up, but to back it in and that little fadeaway.
I've got to, I think...
moving screen there, Mark.
Likoholtov makes the offensive foul, and that's the last thing Besiktas need. They do not need to give Hemofarm easy opportunities to get themselves established in the game. So that won't please the coaching staff from Besiktas. But here's Pekovic with another opportunity for Hemofarm. And again, they're spending time with the basketball. The tempo completely different now than the start of the game. Finds Makvan on the 3-point line. Great first step, soft touch. Well, puts it on the floor, backs in, puts it on the floor and gets to the basket. He's becoming a complete player.
19.9 points a game in the Adriatic League, so you can guarantee he's going to shoot quite a few shots tonight. They depend on him.
Iverson backs out. Long 2 is way off. Oh, great job on the boards by Likoholtov, and gets the drop.
Well, you can see, Mark, the defense is playing off Iverson. That's the scan report. They're going to give him the jump shot. They're not going to give him penetration. They're going to play at least 3 feet on. Likoholtov there, the Russian international, or ex-Russian international. Ex-Dinamo also won this competition with Mažić Chapman that year.
Oh, a little curl on the screen, and Likoholtov blocks it, and it will be a Hemofarm basketball on the end line. Lots of time on the shot clock. And we look like we've got the first substitutions as Likoholtov sits down.
Well, Fedor Likoholtov, born in 1980, he's one of the younger players in this team. There's like 5 or 6 of them born in the 70s, including Iverson and Mažić Chapman. There you see the block shot. Likoholtov swats that one away.
And Hemofarm just, or do they? No, they don't. Great effort, but Hemofarm do control the basketball. Shouldn't be a reset. Tough little move on the inside. No drop. Makvan's just an animal on the boards, but doesn't get the shot away. And the defensive rebound is pulled down by James Ogilvie, the Australian. And at the other end of the spectrum, he's starting out his professional career. Ogilvie sets the screen for Chapman, goes to the hoop. Chapman steps back for 3. Is off. A great box out by Hemofarm. And now they'll spend time with it. Pekovic comes off that screen. No, he doesn't. Steps back. Pick and pop. Open 3 is off. Oh, great job on the boards. Knocked away, though. And Chapman is absolutely everywhere. 3-on-2 break. Iverson pulls up and still looking for his first 2. Ogilvie, what a great tip.
Wonderful, wasn't it? Iverson a bit short on the shot. Not quite got his rhythm yet, but Ogilvie hanging in, the tough Aussie.
Well, he had a great time when he played in the Under-19 World Championships in Serbia. Now he's taking on the Serbians in his own gym now for Besiktas. And Iverson's going to pick up his first foul.
Well, Mark, how many jump shots have Hemofarm missed? They've missed, I think, maybe 5 or 6 3-pointers, 1 or 2 little jump shots from the perimeter. Only Mažić really of any significance in there. Iverson sits down. 1 foul, no points, a couple of rebounds, an assist maybe.
But the great thing for this Besiktas team is that their tempo is quick with Iverson on the floor. And if he and Mažić Chapman can keep that tempo, they'll be a real handful for teams in this Eurocup competition this year. And the first of the free throws is good. And Ivan Maris No, it's not. Sorry, my mistake. It's Marco Sutalo on the free throw line looking to make the second. This will cut it to a 4-point lead. And after the number of shots they've missed, Hemofarm won't be too disappointed to trail by 4 with just under 4.5 minutes to go in the first quarter.
But one thing you remarked before the game, Mark, they'll bring players in off the bench playing about level minutes. Players you haven't seen, but a bit of a push there from Sutalo there.
Well, nice little flare, penetration, tough move, reverse layup is short, and they should have really made that Chetin. But a great hustle by both sets of players. Mustafa Abdulhamid pushes the ball down the floor, no good on the 2. And a chance here for Besiktas to run. Again, fast break, execution is good, and to the hoop. People on the floor, whistle blown by the official, and another opportunity, and Serhat Çetin makes the 2. And
Serhat Çetin averaged 3 points a game for Fenerbahce last year, 6 points already. Look at this tough move to the hoop.
Well, nice protection.
And the foul set Boris Savovic. Well, and again, subs in for Hemofarm. They're having a bit of trouble hanging on right here.
Well, Mick, you just mentioned the fact he only had 3 points, but he's a real runner, isn't he? Point of transition, he's off, and with the guards they've got, he could be a real asset and could develop a great role for himself on this team.
Yeah, well, it's pleasing to see this. I mean, you want players to get out and run in the break. You don't want a slow team. You want to beat the opposition down the floor. And couldn't convert, but he's having a big impact so far.
Abdulhamid, little penetration, finds the open 3, is off. They literally are stone cold, and Bozovic couldn't make that one. Anyone coming off that bench is not frightened to shoot it, but they just cannot hit the perimeter shot. Got to find Makvan, got to get a little bit more established going to the basket. In the half court now, Besiktas looking inside. Ogilvy gets it, puts it on the floor, knocked away, foul called, and they're a handful. The tempo of Besiktas offense is not your traditional Turkish half-court team. No, that was an interesting pass. That pass should never have got there, really. Abdulhamid over late. He has the foul now. Ogilvy was going to throw this one down, too. He'll get the 2 shots. Yeah, it's interesting team. You know, Besiktas, they bring in someone like Alan Iverson, brings all the fans in, creates the atmosphere. All of a sudden, this is a dangerous team. Well, someone like Andrew Ogilvy here, who's a young guy, good athlete, can run the floor. If they keep this style of game going and they make some good decisions. That's a good mix. It's a good mix. And add to that, you know, Michael Igniowski. I know you're not a big fan of him as a Polish international, but, you know, on this team, it's probably a ready-made team for him. Well, if he can operate in some space, he's definitely a great shooter, great touch. And this is an interesting development here in Besiktas. So often in the shadow of Fenerbahce and ES Pilsen, the EuroLeague teams. This could be a chance for them with on the back of the real enthusiasm about Iverson as Çetin picks up his foul. That's interesting, isn't it? The women's league in Turkey picked up with 2 acquisitions, Tarazzi and Sylvia Fowles. Now the men's, so a lot more money in sport in Turkey right now, and it's evident in basketball. Well, Mick, you were at the World Championships. What a show they put on, and it's they're really building on the enthusiasm for that. If they're club teams, and Fenerbahce, the only unbeaten team in the EuroLeague at the moment, and Besiktas looking like they are developing themselves into one of the favorites for the Eurocup. Yeah, the real deal for sure. With they got the answer now. Here's Chapman, who's already sparked this team off. Good execution in the half court. A lot of movement away from the basketball for Besiktas. Neski goes inside. Ogilvy had position. That was beautiful offensive. Wonderful pass. I mean, I don't know what Ogilvy did with this, but it is Butterfingers extraordinaire, isn't it? The ball was right there from a plate and went through his legs. Well, 17-9. It could have been worse for Hemofarm. They've been really cold offensively, and a couple of turnovers and a couple of bad decisions by Besiktas, and it's only an 8-point game. And here are Hemofarm trying to spend some time with the basketball. Going inside. Bozovic tries to scoop one and is fouled, and he'll go to the free throw line. And that was a nice move. It was a hooker by crook move. He was going to get that move off. Ogilvy fouls. Now Ogilvy's used to playing college ball, so he's not sure how to create space away from the offense defensively to avoid the fouling. Nice. Bozovic, one of the older members of this Hemofarm team, 25 years old. A 7-footer on the free throw line. Doesn't get the drop. Looks a little bit flat on his shot. A little bit Not your traditional smooth release on the shot. Let's see if he can make the second. This Hemofarm team won't worry. They have a lot of belief in each other. They know there are going to be periods when they're playing games where they're going to miss shots. But it's no 0 for 2 from the free throw line. But the worrying thing for Besiktas, they can't let them hang around because they will make shots in a hurry. Penetration. Ogilvy slips through his fingers again. Well, he looks like he's got someone else's hands on at the moment. McVan leads the break and gets the 2. That's a beautiful push. And McVan ran the floor, picks up another point, another 2 points.
Oh, yeah, 6 out of the 11 points for Hemofarm. Nice finish, and he is the star quality player. He's the one player they didn't lose over the summer. They lost quite a few good players, this Hemofarm team. There's Chetin there. Oh, tough shot.
Well, Chetin at the moment, an all-star material in the way he's come out of the gate. He's getting out on the break, steps back for a 3, and that it can have that effect. You bring in someone like Iverson, the whole program is lifted, and there is some belief on this team, that's for sure. Oh, Chapman again gets his hands involved. He's going to go up here. Can he finish? Oh, yes, he can, beautifully. Maya Chapman, both ends of the floor, is having an absolutely tremendous night.
What a wonderful move, wasn't it, Chapman? I mean, we've seen it so many times for this player who's played in this competition year after year.
Well, here they are in the half-court Hemofarm, trying to take a little bit of tempo out of the game. They miss again from the perimeter. Ogilvy comes down with a rebound. Well, that's good to see. Iverson cheering on his teammates. He's obviously involved. He's going to enjoy this experience. And why shouldn't he? At the end of his pro career, why shouldn't he enjoy himself in an environment that is so passionate about their basketball, as Borisov will sit down after this foul.
Oh, I think there's no doubt he'll enjoy himself over here because the fanaticism of everybody. You know, you're living in Istanbul, one of the most cosmopolitan cities in the world, and they love their sport. The only thing is, can he live away from home? Because he loves the city life.
Ogilvy is short, and which comes down with the defensive rebound, leads the break. Bojan Kristovic pulls out, looks to like this matchup, and then kicks it off. Well, they're not shot shy, and that's what we just talked about. They will start to hit some shots, and that's Mustafa Abdulhamid. Well, he's obviously got that belief that runs through Serbian teams. Knocks down the 3.
Well, we're looking at his stats. He's been playing pretty well, hasn't he? Has in good numbers, good minutes.
Well, here's Yaragumi, Turkish international, misses the 3. They left him alone. And Hemofarm again. Last 30 seconds of the first quarter. They only trail 8. If they score this time, it gets to 6 or 5. There must be something on that ball, Mick.
Well, no, you know, Bozovic wasn't waiting for it, was he?
Oh.
There's no way. Kristovic is going up to the hoop. Bozovic thinks he's going to shoot it, and that's what the coach is thinking. Exactly what I'm thinking. Shoot the ball.
Well, he was so deep, but that's the 3rd or 4th time that either team has really let it slip through their fingers when they've had a chance to score.
That's a huge offense now. You're 8 points up. Now, can you increase it to 10 just before the end of the quarter? Because mentally could be important.
Chapman looking to keep it. 9 seconds. Little shake, gets to the keyway, and Ogilvy's on the glass, and they do get the 2. Open it out to a 10-point lead, 24-14 at the end of the first quarter, Mick. What a performance by the Turkish team.
It was. Now 22 points, 24 in a quarter. You think great job, but the 14 by Hemofarm is not getting the job done. So really, it's a lackluster performance. They've shot poorly from the 3-point line. Maybe they don't have the armory this year. Who knows?
Well, there are the stats. 24-14. We are going to take a short break during the gap between the first and the second quarter. We'll be back for the second quarter here from Turkey. Well, get some pictures here of the man of the quarter. Well, they probably came to see Allen Iverson, but it's Maya Chapman, Mick, that's really led this Besiktas team. Little picture there of Iverson on missing that 2. He's still pointless. But Andrew Ogilvy, with a couple of offensive rebounds, has got the putbacks. But it's been about Maya Chapman. Yeah,
I think Coach Burak knows full well that starting Iverson was the correct thing to do, but getting him out after 3 or 4 minutes was the next best thing. Because you don't want to overplay somebody in his first game and then ruin the team chemistry that develops from that.
Well, it's the second quarter. And we're just about to start the second quarter. Chapman sitting on the bench. There's the crowd here, the hearts on the black and white kit. They're loving Allen Iverson. They're loving Maya Chapman. They're loving their team after that first quarter, Mick. And it's the tempo that was so impressive. There was no half-court stuff. They were just so aggressive.
Yeah, they come out ready to play, and it's Hemofarm now that have to find the right balance in this game. They've got to make some jump shots. They've made nothing outside the paint so far. 0 for 8, I think it is, from the three-point line.
Well, Ugumi comes off the screen there, gets a little pick from Igneski, who pops out. He's tough from here. He's got range. That's a huge three, but that's long. Is he going to get a drop? No, he's not. Hemofarm with a defensive rebound.
Took a good look, didn't it? Now, Hemofarm made 1 3. I take it back there. 1 from 8 from the three-point line. Nothing else otherwise.
And here's Sutalo, who gives it up. That's a really weird-looking shot for Bozovic.
Oh, and you know what? Ogilvy should have been in for a layup, too. It was a poor pass there from Chetin. Ogilvy went to block the shot and kept running. Yeah, he's a big smile on his face.
Well, again, they're good signs. Body language is so important for teams, especially at this stage of the season, early in the season. Ogilvy obviously enjoying his basketball. He's obviously relatively inexperienced when it comes to being a professional. But, you know, if he's playing without pressure, without fear, that's a good sign with a youngster with so much talent. And here are Abdul Hamid, guarded by Chapman. That's a tough matchup for Abdul Hamid. Pulls the trigger for 3, though. He's the only man who's made the 3 now. He doesn't need anything. And Ogilvy, I still think he's got someone else's hands on.
But yeah, poor old Mustafa Abdul Hamid. He made the first 3 and was way off. I mean, that's the sort of thing, when you shoot a shot in front of the basket, you know it's going way off. That's the biggest deflator of all, I think. No, it's not even going to hit anything.
Andrew Ogilvy still looking at the palms of his hands, and it's a Hemofarm basketball. And they're just trying to check here, I think, in terms of should there have been a reset on the clock, because I don't think it actually hit the ring. Therefore, it shouldn't have been. But as Abdel Hamid has a chance to reflect on that bad-looking shot, wow. Pavkovic steps back in the game. Mijan Pavkovic. That's a big play here by Hemofarm. Turnover on the inbound. That's almost unforgivable. And recovered by
Jerome Jordan.
That's a big call to get him back in the game with 2 fouls. They just get the shot away. And Hemofarm will recover it again. Now they've got a new 24.
I'll tell you what, Mark, Jerome Jordan has 2 fouls. He's 1 play away from getting that 3rd foul. He was charging for that rebound, went over the back.
Here they go, and McVan wants it, gets it. Now he's going to back in, spins to the baseline. Now he's got to find someone, and the foul's called. And Ignesi's going to get called for the foul. And as you saw after there, he rightly gave... it was who was going to help him on the baseline. He shouldn't have really reached because the baseline helps come. And let's look at the replay. Here's McVan, and there's the help. He doesn't need to push him because he's behind the backboard, and the help was there. To the basket, should be an easy 2, and is. And Christodoulou gets himself going. Bojan Christodoulou has got to get himself going. He's one of the leading scorers on this Hemofarm team.
Yeah, first 2 points of the game. He's more of a shooter than anything else, but great move there, lefty.
Right. Chetin again, he's looking to score every chance he gets. Ugumi goes to the basket, some oopsie-doopsie layup is no good, and a chance here for Hemofarm to eat into that margin again. Nice pass, tremendous transition, and Christodoulou, back-to-back points for him, just beat his man down the floor.
Well, time for Iverson, I think. Time to get Mr. Iverson back in the game. This 5 on the floor for Besiktas, not quite clicking.
Chapman kicks. Ugumi's wide open for 3. That's off. Look a little bit rushed. Good closeout. And Hemofarm have got some momentum. Could be a timeout here for Besiktas. Oh, there's no foul call, or is there a foul call? What we got here?
Yeah, it's blocking foul.
Blocking foul?
Yeah, it's a good call. It was Yeram Gumi in now. Bakir Yeram Gumi, Mark, was almost very close to making the Turkish national squad for the World Championships. I don't quite see that that talent coming out right now in this game. He's playing for minutes, maybe under pressure for his minutes.
Well, it's he did a reasonable job in Eurobasket 09. He made the national team for that tournament. And there you see him now. He was injured, missed the game at the weekend. So Yeram Gumi misses the 3. Didn't look a great-looking 3, and then gets called for the block. So Marco Sutalo on the free throw line. And the beginning of this second quarter, Mick, it's all in and out Hemofarm. But for a team that normally shoots the free throw so well, They are literally still stone cold.
Well, this team was never going to be this bad for all 4 quarters, was it? They had a miserable first quarter. And like you say, they're equal top of the Adriatic League. They're there for a reason.
He makes the second. And we're already down to 5 points. There's a 5-point turnaround in the first 2.5 minutes of this second quarter. And the answer's back, Mick. Is this the answer to stop the roll?
Well, you'd hope so. I think Chapman's out, is he? Yeah, Chapman's taking a break for Iverson. Now, look at the treatment Iverson will get. He will get no favors from the referee. That's one thing he's going to learn very quickly.
Oh, third fadeaway, quick release. Wow. Tor not worried about that at all. And Shinaher then steps off the bench, gets his feet set, and just strokes one. 26-19.
Don't forget, all these Besiktas guards are playing for time now with Iverson and Chapman out there.
Oh, beautiful pass.
Wow, the flush finish from Jerome Jordan, Mark. Hey,
he's
there for.
Very effective from 1 foot.
Oh, yeah. 15 points a game for University of Tulsa last year, so he can play a bit.
Wow. Here's Erden, after making that free, got his confidence high. Iverson still without a point. Little through the legs, steps back, finds Erden, who's even further out this time. That one was asking a little bit too much, and Makvan adds to his stats. Now he leads the break. Milan Makvan goes up and beautifully finds Jordan. And Makvan passing, Makvan scoring, and most good things for Hemofarm as they close it to 5, and we've still got Jordan coming to the free throw line, are going through Milan Makvan.
Well, Jerome Jordan there showing you why he's so good. You're 7 foot tall, you're going to stand underneath the basket, and you can do all sorts of damage. Rebounding, get the open pass when the defense comes to help. Excellent play from Jordan, but what a great pass from Mashfan.
Well, again, Jordan shows what an athlete he is. So a 7-footer that wants to run. And he really opened himself up there, got down the floor, and beat the guards down the floor. He was the guy on the baseline and then was the first guy down the other end. That's a good sign for a coach.
Interesting, Mark. He was drafted second round, 44 by the Bucks, traded to the Knicks, but couldn't agree terms with the Knicks, which is why he ended up at the Hemofarm. So I'm not sure how that lays out when he wants to go back into the NBA, but this is a 7-foot athlete who probably thinks he should be back in the NBA.
He's a very big guy, Mick. There, he's got some huge hands, and unlike some other people on the floor at the moment, everything's sticking to those, and that affects. After 3.5 minutes, Hemofarm, who couldn't buy a basket for periods of the first quarter, only trailed 3. And then the quarter break has broken up the rhythm of this Besiktas team. Without Chapman, they're slowing down, Mick.
Well, Mustafa Abi's in the game, so another player. So
right, Neski with a quick release on 3 is no good.
I was going to say, they're getting a lot of bodies on the floor and getting some experience out there, but it's not doing much for team chemistry.
Beautiful seal, and we've got a foul on Nigneski, who's just not physical enough to deal with Milan Makvan, and Shevher Ozer will come into the game. Makvan is he's only 6'9", Mick, and people have always, and people have always gone, is he big enough to play inside? Well, he's got a little bit more to his game than just an inside player, but he is given a bit of a clinic at the moment.
Well, Cheveros is in the game, leading scorer, or second leading scorer, and another foul there. Now Besiktas are getting penned down here because Hemofarm have turned up the heat a bit. Just in the game, Cheveros picks up a foul.
Well, this is without Chapman, Besiktas have slowed down, and Hemofarm are starting to impose their style, their time, and their way of playing, and they're working their way back into the game. And Nikola Holotov gets his second foul.
The third foul.
Third foul, sorry.
Third
foul.
I thought it was on Ozer, but it was under the basket on Jerome Jordan.
And Jordan is not your traditional player for Hemofarm. And if he can really fit into the system, the Hemofarm will really be able to use his size and athleticism. But like all big men, he has to step to the free throw line and make his free throws. 0 from 2 on those ones. But it's only a 3-point game, and the second quarter so far has belonged to the Serbian club, Hemofarm. Iverson with it again. Little step back, crosses it over, finds himself guarded by Milan Makvan. To the inside, Kudotov goes up and gets the drop, and one.
Got it. Now, Mark, you take this team Besiktas, you got Iverson, Meyer, Chapman, probably the 2 premier players on this team, and in Iverson, without doubt, you see Kolatov there, just gets this to roll, he hits the rim and just gets the drop. What is the philosophy of this team? Are you going to throw the ball inside? No, not really. You haven't got a true center unless it's Ogilvy, who's the rookie. So that means most of your shots are going to come from the perimeter. Maybe this team is not going to be as good as they are if they're going to stay a perimeter team, because you know, you cannot be a good team in this competition without having some presence in the post.
Well, we can pick that point up, Mick, I think, as this game goes on, but I think that they've got to keep the tempo high to be effective. Here's Hemofarm, though. Penetration, great little handoff. That goes through the hands of, on that occasion, goes through Jerome Jordan's hands again. And so even he's now catching up the I can't catch the ball little problem, but it wasn't a great pass. And it's up to a 5-point lead, and here's Erdan in the half court. Iverson gets the screen from Nikolatov, who rolls. Iverson gets to the keyway, looking for his points, gets the drop, gets the roll, gets the crowd on their feet.
And the guys say, at last, thank you very much. But that's exactly what Iverson needed to do, get to the hoop. He's trying his jump shots, they've not dropped. The man that once scored 60 points in an NBA game has just opened up his account in Europe.
There he goes, back to the free throw line. Can he complete the and one? And he does. Iverson gets his first 3 points of the Europe Cup. Every one of these Turkish fans were on their feet as that one was going through the air.
Well, the great thing is he's going to get off against somebody. He's going to have a big numbers against somebody, and hopefully it'll be here on Eurosport too. We get to see it because everybody knows, the world knows, outstanding player.
Makvan on the feed from Madruzic. Makvan kicks, extra pass, and the three is off, and they're still cold from the perimeter, Hemofarm. Erdan, little shake, little Iverson behind the back. Oh, great pass for Iverson. Gets a great decision. It's a great decision. He saw Ozer in the keyway, and he didn't want to shoot the open one. He had an open 8-10 footer.
Had a layup. I don't know why he didn't go for the layup, Mark.
And
but
the big man will thank him for the pass. Gets his own personal tally. We're back up to 10. So Besiktas have weathered the Hemofarm run. Oh, travel. Yeah, obviously travel. They're looking for the foul. I didn't see it anyway. And Savovic gets called for the travel. It's 33-23. Besiktas lead Hemofarm with 4:45 to go. Well, 33-23. 4:40 to go in the second quarter, and Besiktas have weathered a run from Hemofarm. It was down to 3, and back out to 10 now. Iverson's had the required impact. Ozer with a step back 3. Why, oh why, I have to ask you, Mick. Does the big man step in and after one pass throw up the 3?
Well, you're in the game, you want to get settled, don't you? You're looking for confidence boosters, especially when you know you're going to be in, maybe out in 5 or 6 minutes.
Yeah, it was after one pass though, and it was a little bit too three-point happy. Vovic to the basket, tries to get one off the glass, doesn't get the drop.
They've had some unlucky rolls in that hoop, haven't they? Little things have dropped in and out. That's a tight rim down there.
Erdan gets the high post screen. Gets 2 of them, pulls up for 3. In the on the going left, gets his feet set, and it's a quick old release, and Erdan makes his second 3 of the game. Yeah, gets his feet set, go.
The quick shots are great when they go in, aren't they?
No, but that's the shot he practiced, and he seems to run that shot. He missed the other one when he was miles out, but Pakovic's foul, picks himself up off the floor. Dangerous time here, Mick, with 11 points. So you're away from home. You won't want to be going to the half-time much more than this, will you?
No, for sure. It's you know, I fancy this Besiktas team. They're not going to be a team that really comes at you for 40 minutes. They're going to have their down times, and that's when Hemofarm need to just stay with the play, stay with it, stay in touch. You can't let a 15-point lead develop, that's for sure, but stay around 10, 8, 9 is perfect.
Well, Pakovic doesn't get the drop. They just cannot.
Make your free throws are huge, though, I must admit.
Well, the free throw stats for Hemofarm are not going to make good reading at the half. Here's Erdan. Looks inside. Nice little seal. Ozer goes up, and I think the foul was called before he went up. It should be an end-line ball.
Yeah, they've waved that one off. It's a good move, though, from Sevic Ozer.
Well, great recognition. He ends up being guarded by Pakovic, which is points waiting to happen. Good recognition as Abdelhamid checks back into the game.
Yeah, it's interesting how Pavkovic ended up. I didn't see what the play was, the switch maybe, but it was not a great matchup.
Great hands, Ter. He's got his own hands on. Down for his for free, and I think we're going to
pushed off.
Yeah, massive push. I think.
Well, he's having a look at Ogilvy too. Now there was a push from Mashvan because Ogilvy went flying, but to what extent the force was, I'm not sure.
Here's end-line basketball for Besiktas, and Iverson calls to play. Little triangle there on the out of bounds.
Let's hope he knows it. I'm sure he's learning offenses.
He's been there a couple of weeks. He'll be fine. He's going to get a screen, and he sets a screen, gets a screen. And good defense by Hemofarm. They switched effectively, got through the screens. Erdan will, with 3:30 to go in the second quarter, trying to build on this 11-point lead. Ozer steps out. They obviously like him from the three-point line. That's why. I mean, I gave him a little bit of a hard time after the last one, but that's a nice little play there. Sets a screen, pops off the next screen, and gets a wide-open three. McVan in the post. Going to get double-teamed. Ogilvy comes across. Great recognition by McVan, and there's a foul called. Yep, the foul's called.
I'll tell you what, Milos Borisov did outstandingly well to just hold off number 10, that Mustafa Abi. Look at that. Abi was on his back the whole time. Mažić is such a good passer out that double team. They come at him, and he just holds his composure and finds the open man.
Well, they make a free throw, and Bozovic's free throw that time went to 10.5 inches, so got the roll. Hemofarm trying to hang around that. They've really got to work their way back in. Last 3 minutes, this can't open out to a 15, 16-point game. And they are still having a nightmare from the free throw line.
Yeah, little things like that will contrive to beat you in any game you play. You've got to make the easy ones. Mažić sits down.
It's dangerous time here for Hemofarm. They trail with just over 3 minutes to go of the second period, 39-26.
Now, I think Chapman and Iverson have only played about 4 minutes together in this game, so there's still that up Coach Burak's sleeve to get them together, and maybe more of the second half. It'll that combination will.
I think they've got you. I think you may have a little bit of a connection to the coach there, Mick. Looks like Chapman's going to come back in. I think Erdan. I would expect Erdan to sit down. Iverson's Iverson's wandering over towards the bench. Is he going to sit down? But Chapman's coming back. But it must be Mick, you've been a coach of at the top level of club basketball. It's hard when you've got the Iversons of this world. You've got to find a way to integrate them and not lose things from the rest of the team.
Yeah, and especially early on, especially when they're new to the team. Exactly right. It's all about understanding players and understanding how they work. But and systems are huge for these players, and it's important how quickly Iverson understands everything that's going on from coach.
Well, Chapman and Iverson in the game together. Ozer goes up with a step through. Good job on the boards by Hemofarm. Team box out, and Bozov gets the rebound. Hamid puts it on the floor, comes off the screen, looks inside. He didn't roll. The roll was wide open, and they fouled him. They bailed him out on the foul, and he looked for the pick and roll, and there was a wide open space. Erdan picks up the foul. Kune
Erdan now with it's a wasted foul, isn't it? Because he picked up his dribble. There you can see it. Picks his dribble up there. Now they surround him, and he keeps reaching. Yeah, Savovic should have. He was held. That's maybe I was being a bit hard on him there. Maybe he didn't roll because he couldn't roll. But Savic makes the first of the free throws, cuts it to 12. And that's still no twofer. And another miss, and they've gone 1 from 2 or 0 from 2 on almost every trip to the line. And free throws are a large reason there's a 12-point game here. 39-27, 2 minutes 20 to go in the second quarter. Chapman to the keyway. Doesn't get the finish. Oh, he's such a live wire on the balls. Just doesn't get the drop that time, though. Abdelhamid gets the early pick, gets to the keyway. Nice pass. And that's great movement off the basketball as Christodoulou kept on cutting. Great transition basketball by Hemofarm. Yeah, Mark, Bojan Christodoulou has played more games in this competition than any other player. 82nd game tonight. And really got a few more years left. He's going to be one of the great players of this competition. Oh, Iverson nearly got the drop. You're going to put him on the line. There's that man Christodoulou there, just fouled Iverson. Well, I'm not. I'd like to see the replay of that one, because I think Iverson had. Put into perspective how much this game means to 23 other players besides Allen Iverson. You know, the 10-year veteran for the Philadelphia 76ers, the leading scorer in the NBA, 4 years of his career. It's pretty incredible how much this man affects world basketball. Absolutely. He could be so talismanic for this club. If they get on a roll,
they can start playing with the big boys of Turkish basketball. Iverson makes the first.
You know, he's worn number 3 everywhere he's played. He wore number 1 at the Detroit Pistons when Kevin Stuckey, I think, wore number 3 ahead of him. Now he's got to wear number 4 for Besiktas, because the reason you said before the game, he can't wear number 3 in Europe.
Well, they've all moved numbers around to accommodate him being the lowest number on the team. But
maybe FIBA will change the rules now for Iverson.
There's that pick and roll. Christodoulou gets to the basket. Whoa, what a feed. What a feed and what a finish.
Yeah, nice
so
play.
Vovic with a dunk, but it was all about Christodoulou. Just get a look at that. Look at that wall. Nice pass.
It didn't even look. No look pass. Knew exactly where he was coming to. It was one of those bounce passes that could have gone about 10 feet if Vovic had let it go, but Vovic, good hands, flushes it.
Well, timeout is called, and Mick, the key for Hemofarm, the penetration there, that they've got great movement off the ball. So often teams stand and watch penetration. The last 6 points have all been about penetration and someone moving off the ball.
One thing they have is the system, don't they? They have the offensive system to beat most teams, and they're doing a good job of hanging in right now just before halftime.
Well, 1:39 to go in the second quarter, just coming up to half-time. And both teams will have some positives here, Mick, because Hemofarm will probably think when they sit in the locker room at half-time, if they're in single digits, it could have been a whole lot worse, because they've been very, very poor at times in terms of scoring.
Yeah, this is the team Besiktas is. You know, you put it together. Not many of these teams played for Besiktas last year. I'm looking down the list. Maya Chapman, Chever Oza, maybe 2 players and a couple of juniors on the bench played for this team last year. So it's a new team. They're going to have ups and downs through the season. And I go back to Valencia last year, who ended up winning this competition. They had to struggle through qualifying because a new team came together at the start of the season. So it's early days. It's, you know, 4 months, 5 months down the line, it'll be a tougher team and a bit more consistent. But right now, Besiktas will give Hemofarm options to get back in this game.
Well, and Hemofarm have cut it to 9. It's a 40-31 lead with a minute 40 to go. If they could be 9 down at the half, they will go into that locker room thinking that they are a lot closer than it could have been. And they will be in a very positive place. Besiktas trying to open it out here. Got a strong lineup in the game now. Iverson and Chapman in the backcourt. So he comes off of Ogilvy's screen. Steps back for the long 2 is beautifully made.
Tough shot. Tough shot. Yeah, Chet in there, and he's had a big first half of the Besiktas team. Leads all scorers for Besiktas.
Going to the inside, little step back. Savovic is short. Great job on the boards, though. And they get a chance to reset, and Christodoulou slows it down. They want to spend some time with this one. They trail 11, coming up to the half. Got a whistle on Chapman, who doesn't like the call, but that was a nice curl. He chased, and Borisov curled on the screen, and Chapman, if there's contact then, it's going to be a foul.
Yeah, just like you say, Mark, they're hanging around, aren't they? Although Besiktas making the jump shots down the other. 12 points for Serhat Çetin, so by far the best performer for Besiktas. And it is these free throws that are key for Hemofarm. Looking at their numbers, they are 8 for 16.
Wow. 50% from the free throw line for a team that is normally way up there in the high 70s and 80s as a team. If it had been like that, this would have been a much, much closer game.
And 1 for 10 from the three-point line. Just that one three-pointer from Abdul Hamid.
Well, it's a 9-point game, Mick, and if you are Hemofarm, that's what you'll be thinking. You'll be thinking positively that you will not shoot this badly in the second half. Here's Iverson off the screen, looks inside. Oza. Little spin to the baseline, good early help, great rotation by Hemofarm. That's unfortunate. Çetin comes down on the loose ball, but it was almost one of those textbook situations. Oh, Christodoulou, great move, just straight at the defense.
Well, how poor was that defense? Nobody stopped him, did they? And it's back-to-back points in space of 4 or 5 seconds. Just trade him, but Besiktas cannot get into that mentality.
Well, here's Iverson. Looks to hold this. He doesn't need to shoot it early. There's loads of time on the shot. Ozer's going to shoot it really early on the shot clock. Doesn't get the drop, and Hemofarm could end up just 6 down or 7 down. To try to be 6, and they're on the glass. Are they going to come down with it? No, Chapman comes down with it, looks early. They get it away. They do. That won't count. 44-35 at the end of the first half. Well, if you're Hemofarm, Mick, you must still see that as a positive score because it could have been a whole lot worse.
Well, interestingly enough, that last minute of play from Besiktas was extremely poor. Why would you, as Premier Guard Allen Iverson, want to pass it up to one of the forwards at 10 seconds to go on the shot clock? I don't know, the game clock, the half clock. It's interesting because a poor shot developed and gave Hemofarm a chance to get into the lead.
Well, they lead it 44-35 at the half. Besiktas with a 9-point lead. Well, Mick, it's a 44-35 lead. That Hemofarm, the Hemofarm locker room has got to be a real positive thing. The coach will be in there saying, we are not going to miss those shots again. We're going to take a break. We'll be back here for the second half, but we're on our way to Poland. Second half just about to start here in Istanbul. And the crowd have been very noisy while you've been away. There's a lot of interest in Iverson. I was watching some US TV coverage the other day of his move to Turkey, and the world wants to know how Allen Iverson is doing in Turkey. And at the moment, the report so far, Mick, is looking good.
Oh, well, his first 20 minutes, or I wouldn't even say 20 minutes. He only played about 9 or so minutes in this game so far. I think he's done very well. I love Iverson. You know, he will fit into a team, there's no doubt about it, because he can pass the ball, rebound, and score.
Hemofarm get the first 2 points. And that Hemofarm locker room should have been a comfortable place to be because they should be a lot of positiveness coming out because they will shoot better than they did in that first half. This is going to be a tough ask for Besiktas and Allen Iverson.
That was a nice pass from Christodoulou there. Now, Iverson, can he make a jump shot? Not going down, is it?
Not yet. And Abdelhamid pushes. Ball reversal. Stovic steps back, thinks about it, lobs. There's too many white shirts, and that's not the best decision in the world because when he lobbed it, well, Borisov was wide open on the wing because the defense was just starting to clog the middle.
Yeah, the angle was terrible, wasn't it? And look at that, 2 white shirts around him, both who were not marking Borisov in the first place.
Well, inbound pass and another 2 points at the start of this third period, and Borisov gets himself going. And Milos Borisov, who has been scoring very freely for Hemofarm in the Adriatic League, gets another 2, and it's a 5-point game. This is like the second quarter, Mick, with a great start by Hemofarm.
This is excellent, isn't it? It's exactly what this game needs. A foul there on Bozovic, Milivojevic. Bozovic putting on Ogilvy. But, you know, Besiktas have to get going. Looks like they've come out of this, the locker rooms a little too content with themselves, not hungry enough.
Chapman thinks about trying to turn the corner. Good defense. I tell you, this man, Sherat Chedin is instant offense at the moment.
Yeah, well, it was, wasn't it? Borisov just overbalanced, and Chedin goes for the layup, but he missed the layup. That little tug of the arm, he just didn't get the roll, and he knows it. Great
first step, though. He's looking a very, very confident basketball player at the moment. He's short with the 3 throws. It's giving that kiss of death, but...
well, 14 points so far. He's only missed 2 shots. And 0 for 2 from the free throw line. So free throw shooting, perhaps not his forte.
That means he will make the next one, Mick. And there you go, right on cue. And Besiktas with the 6-point lead with a great start by Hemofarm. They've cut it to 6. And McVan should finish. Misses the layup, thought he was bumped, didn't get the call. Chapman from the pass from Iverson on the break, in transition. You've got to guard him. Falls it back to the top.
Yeah, we've got another game with no defense, it looks like. Both teams have come out very lackadaisical.
Delhammer gets to the hoop. Oh, no. My word. Where was the defense?
Yeah, well, there it is. I thought the first half was quite decent. You know, everybody putting their efforts in, getting the rotations right. The second half has really started off a bit soft.
6-point game. Hemofarm on the road here in Turkey. The Allen Iverson party night at the moment. Besiktas with Ogilvy. Tough move on the inside.
Oh, that was tough, wasn't it? I was expecting that pass to get kicked to the corner, but my word, he went back up, used the backboard.
That's nice. Both teams looking good offensively. Someone's got to play some defense, though. Abdelhamid trying to get the 3-point, and does. Well, Hemofarm, famed for their three-point shooting. I mean, they've upset some huge teams in the past if you let them get hot. Chapman is long with a long two. And Christodoulou comes down with a rebound. And there's absolutely no defense at all as Makvan gets the two, closes it to a three-point game. Timeout, Besiktas. And there's a lot of palms up here. A lot of palms up, and that's not the answer. Makvan, beautiful control.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it? Evaded. Looked like he might have gone up left-handed, kept with the right hand, and just got the composure, just drop it over the rim. And this is a very quiet arena right now.
Well, timeout for Besiktas. It's a three-point game. It was 10 at the half. And, well, almost the halftime has killed some of the atmosphere in the gym. The crowd were almost just expecting to roll the ball out and win again.
Everybody's come to the party. Everybody got excited now. Everybody's looking around for everybody else to sort of create some atmosphere.
Well, we need one of those heavy dance tracks to get everyone back on the dance floor,
yeah,
I think.
We are missing a few grooves right now. You're right.
Well, it's been a great start by Hemofarm. We did say before we went to, and we left here, Istanbul to have a look at the game in Poland, that Hemofarm would come out and be much, much more effective offensively. Well, they've definitely done that. Now it's Besiktas' turn to try and respond. Crowd trying to lift, but they were expecting maybe a highlight party, Mick.
Yeah, well, they've got a game on there, and that's what you pay for. You pay to see a good game. You don't want to see a 30-point play out.
No, not at all. There's Iverson, though, who's really yet to get himself going offensively. This man hasn't, though. There's Ogilvy. Long two. Ooh, nice-looking stroke. Saw a lot of that when he was playing with that Australian junior team. Nice stroke. Opens it out to 5. Pushes to the basket. Doesn't get the drop. Going up, offensive rebound, knocked away, and it will be a Hemofarm ball, and Bezovic just couldn't get it above his shoulders. There was a lot of white shirts contesting.
Good rebound, wasn't it? 3 or 4 times the first half, the ball hit the rim and rolled around. Well, that's why he brought it down too low.
Yep.
And Chapman there, just the little Tinkerman in there, just slapped the ball away.
I've got to do it every one possession at a time. Hemofarm already in the ascendancy in this third quarter, closing it down. Just need to keep working. Christodoulou puts it on the floor, gets to the keyway. Borisovic, nice pass. Makvan is blocked and fouled. And Ogilvy was coming over to block it, but Sherat Chetan gets a little bit too much body on him. And Ogilvy should be saying they should have talked then. Because if he'd have talked, I don't think that Chetan would have actually kept that contact going.
Well, Mažić is slowly, very slowly taking over this game. 8 points so far. He's got his 2 free throws to come here. And it is looking as if the premier player, 6 rebounds as well for Milan Mažić, the premier player for Serbia right now, or one of the premier players. There are quite a few.
There's quite a few. And misses and the free throw woes continue. We're still at 50%. And for a team of the quality of Hemofarm, if they'd have been anywhere near their norm, they'd have been in the lead of this game. Makvan, expect him to make this one. He's not going to go 0 for 2. Makes the second. 4-point game. Hemofarm, one of those teams you can never count out because there's a lot of points in the bank. Knocked away, extending the defense now, trying to really put this Besiktas team under pressure.
Well, Mark Iverson's 1 for 5, has 2 rebounds, 2 for 3 from the free throw line, 2 assists. You feel he has to probably assert himself a little more in this game. Silly foul there from Abdul Rahim.
What's the line? 90 feet from the basket. He's trying to reach for a basketball he has not any chance to. That's a foul. I mean, even if it was only minor contact, it looked a foul. And if you're going to go up the floor and pressurize, the referees will make you play defense. They won't let you reach and get cheap. And Besiktas with a 51-47 lead. Chapman looks inside to the lob. Ozer finds Ogilvy. Can he get it away? Gets it away, but Ozer's on the glass, and he stays with the play, and they get the 2 just by sheer hard work.
Yeah, out-muscled, weren't they? Too big for him inside.
Oh, Abdelhamid, well, someone's got their shooting boots on.
Yeah, third 3 points. You know, as barren as they are for the 3-point, he's the only one that's really made the impact there. Third big 3.
Not the normal scenario for Hemofarm. It's not normally their American guard who's their 3-point shooter. Ogilvy kicks. Iverson getting himself going for 3.
There you go.
It's almost, there's the tune we were waiting for, Mick. There's the tune.
Big sigh of relief from everybody in the gym.
Well, if he gets himself going, this could be over in a hurry. So, and he fouls that time. He's going to milk this. He's going to milk this. He's walking with the ball. He's still got the ball. Iverson picks up his second foul. The referee asks for it, says, you know, come on.
Says, welcome to Europe. That's all he's saying to you. Hey, we don't get everything right in this country either. That's a great play. Look. Christodoulou has gone to lay it up and the ball's not there, and Iverson's like the magician, just conjured it out with his hands.
Well, we said we wanted someone to get the music to get the crowd back on their feet, and I'm almost with Iverson on that one. McVan, beautiful spin, left hand to the glass. Tremendous move by McVan, 56-52.
He's getting better. He's not taken one outside jump shot in this game, which shows you how better he is getting. He's just getting improving like a vintage wine, getting better and better at 21 years old.
Well, there's Iverson, who's now could be getting emotional, and that's a dangerous sign. Oza finds Chapman, who pulls it for three, is way short. Who's coming up with that? That should be and is a Hemofarm basketball, and that ball is like a magnet. Even then, it goes to Milan McVan. Now it's using emotion now. Is Iverson going to try too much? Is he going to carry this team? They were great when they shared the basketball early in the game.
Yeah, but don't forget, Hemofarm were playing their worst part in that early part of the game too. So this is a Hemofarm team really now that's found its little rhythm. They feel they're competing in this game, and Besiktas have to come up with some big plays.
Abdelhamid, Mustafa Abdelhamid. This is Hemofarm basketball. Gristis with a little pick and roll. That's a interesting improvised shot by Bozovic.
Yeah, it was there for the jump shot. We got the runner instead.
Oh, here we go.
There you go. Exactly right, Mark. And Abdelhamid's going to have to pay a little closer attention to Allen Iverson.
Oh, he's getting into this now. That little refereeing call might have sparked him. Bozovic gets it back to Abdelhamid. Spins to the middle. Crowd loving this. This is what they've come for. McVan knocked away. Crowd are in this now. Dangerous time for Hemofarm. They've got to keep the passion out of this. Oza decides to slow it up, and it's Chetan. Chetan gets it on, moves the basketball. Maya Chapman pulls back for free. Wanted that, way short. That's back-to-back short ones by Chapman. Abdelhamid. And you love this. This is what European basketball, European nights of basketball, crowds involved. And we're showing you all here on Eurosport 2. Great move. Great work on the glass by Bozovic. Is fouled. And he will go to the free throw line. And he's almost a little bit ungainly, is Miovo Bozovic. But yeah, hell, he gets the job done.
Well, hasn't he played well the last 2 or 3 minutes, just hanging around the backboard, getting those rebounds. And if he can just finish a couple of plays, get some and ones, he'll improve his performance no end.
Well, he's got to make his free throws. The Achilles heel for Hemofarm on the night at the moment. The one thing that we wouldn't have predicted before the game, Hemofarm inability to shoot the free throw. Well, makes the first.
Well, they're 12 for 20, so those 8 free throws still looking like it could be a game changer, a game breaker.
But they've got to the free throw line 20 times. That's the positive thing. They've been aggressive. They've got to the line. And a 2-4. We haven't had a 2-4 for a while from the free throw line as Bozovic adds to his personal tally. And it's a 59-56 game. And Hemofarm are in a dangerous position if you're a Besiktas fan.
Well, at what point now do you rest Maya Chapman and Iverson to get those other guards in that can play a bit? Kunye Erdens one has made back-to-back threes, 2 threes the first half. Oh, shake and bake here.
Iverson tries to manufacture a shot. That's only going to end up being blocked. And a violation on the shot clock. A little bit too much shake and bake.
Well, interesting, Mark. They got Christodoulou guarding him, 6'5" guarding Iverson, so they're going to back off a bit defensively, give him the outside jump shot so Christodoulou can get to that shot. They will not give up penetration to Allen Iverson.
Well, here's Abdelhamid. Chance to tie the game here or cut it to 1, and Hemofarm. Be dangerous if Hemofarm tie this or get their noses in front. Be interesting how Besiktas deal with that one. The 2 is long, but another offensive rebound. McVan that time tries to work to the middle, throws the hook, is fouled, and he will have another trip to the free throw line as Erdin off the bench picks up a foul.
Now, was that a foul? It was definitely a travel. Now, was the travel because of the foul, or did he get a hand on the ball? Well, let's see from that angle, that's for sure.
There's a lot of contact going on, but there's always a lot of contact going on in that situation. They've, in fact, changed the call to being a foul on Ozer on the penetration.
Well, Mažić fans just turned to the referee and said, I was shooting. The referees have agreed.
Well, when you're almost at that status now where you can tell the official that what you were doing. Igneski steps in the game for Besiktas, and Sutalo steps in the game for Hemofarm. This is when Hemofarm don't normally miss a beat because they really do run people in and out off that bench. Besiktas have got some depth though. Mikhail Igneski, big-time veteran player around Europe, had some great years in the ACB in Spain, seasoned Polish international, and he has got some offense in him.
Well, you've definitely got the experience to cope with all situations, but you fancy right now Hemofarm have the bit between their teeth in the third quarter here. I could fancy a Hemofarm lead by 3 or 4 points at the end of this third quarter.
Well, you find out about yourself. You've got to win at home. In this competition, you have to win your home games. You cannot be coming back after losing at home to try and, qualify for the next stage by winning away. Here's Chapman. Goes inside. Igneski's fouled.
Now, poor foul as that from Pavkovic. Was not good, was it? Igneski had position, but he had defense behind him to help.
No reason for the foul. Pavkovic, I'm not really sure what he's trying to do.
Oh, maybe because the defense was over a little late, maybe, yep.
Yeah, but it was still there. And Chapman. And they've not had any fast break points apart from the one thing in transition. 2 points in transition in this third quarter. Erdin, quick, going right. He's not as good as he is going left, obviously. Chapman now wants something in the half court. They've got to get a better shot. Got to get something that they want. Something going to the hoop, maybe. Little high post double screen to try to isolate down low. Igneski gets to the middle. Oh, beautiful pass. Ogilvy on the ring is fouled. And
it was a great pass, but why on earth was the defense coming over to double team Igneski and leaving Ogilvy wide open? Look at this. Mažić fans just ball watching.
Well, it's MacFan actually had the matchup on Igneski, and the guy who got caught was Bozovic, who just got, I don't know what he was looking at. But it's a nice, with the lineup and the depth that Hemofarm have, they bring in Jordan, and he's only still on 2 fouls, I think.
Yeah, he hasn't picked up his third yet, so the 7-foot center.
Well, they've got 7 minutes into this third quarter before they've gone to Jordan, and he was really beginning to become a factor. And Ogilvy's been out there the whole third quarter. If it comes to some real hard work, hard effort plays, Jordan's fresh. Ogilvy misses the second from the free throw line, and Hemofarm a chance to tie it or even lead on this possession. Christodoulou got a match up now. Ozer's going to struggle to guard him in the open floor. So it gets to the basket. Great recognition, great finish.
Oh, he's pulled a groin.
Oh, then he's got to go down. Then the referee will stop the game.
Take an 8 count. He's definitely pulled a groin here. I'm not sure where or when there.
It's just a big effort on the play. He's just got to tough it up. He's holding his groin, trying to play defense. Igneski puts it on the floor. Great block by Jordan. Well, we talked about some athletics play. That's interesting. See what we get on that call. Ozer's going to get called for the foul. We've got a 60-60 game. Well, the danger signs are out. Ozer picks up the foul, and it's gone very quiet in here, Mick.
Yeah, Bojan Christodoulou is a big loss for Hemofarm. He's so active out there. 10 points. He's missed 1 shot from inside the arc and 3 outside the arc and 3 rebounds. So that's not good.
Well, MacFan is good from the free throw line. Hemofarm lead it. And I think that's the first lead they've had since the first minute of the game. They scored the first 2 points, and since then they've trailed, and they've trailed by as many as 13 points. They lead it by 1, and their woes from the free throw line, though, still continue. Mick, they could have been in control of this game if they'd have made their free throws.
Yeah, it could have been close to being out of sight coming to the end of this third. I think they'll go in about 3 or 4 points up at the end of this quarter. Besiktas have just really not got much...
Ogilvy, they're leaving him, offering him it, and he takes it. And Besiktas just can't wait for the end of this quarter. MacFan with his first long 3 is short. Chance here now. Chapman's got to push. This is what they did in the first half. Kept pushing, but better transition as Hemofarm get numbers back. Chapman, Igneski Oh, sloppy almost. Ogilvy to the basket, misses, but is fouled. And that will be Jordan's third foul.
Now, he's not complaining, is he, Jerome Jordan, but it was
fourth
foul there for Jordan. Now, where was the foul? Hand in the hips, maybe?
Second bump, probably. I'm not sure, but...
it was a bit weak, wasn't it?
Yep. There's the translator. And there's substitutions coming in off their Besiktas bench. Ogilvy looks like he's struggling a little bit. A little knee problem, perhaps. And the other person who's not been a factor, points-wise in particular, has been Shirat Chetin in this third quarter, Mick. Only got, I think, 2 points in the quarter. Hardly been a factor. And in the open play in the first half, he was leading all scorers, 61-61.
Yeah, 15 points for Chetin, 11 for Ogilvy, 10 for Iverson, and Maya Chapman's another one that's very quiet, 8 points for him.
Well, I tell you, the numbers, the players are coming up with points, who are supposed to be coming up with points, but Hemofarm have just hung around, and now we've got a hell of a game. 62-61, Hemofarm trail 1 here in Istanbul. Defense is better by Besiktas extended. Igneski getting his feet down, getting in stance, forcing it to the perimeter. Oh, get the switch. Ogilvy's got a tough matchup. Knock it away. This should be points. Erdan on the break, goes through the elbow. What's a poor finish, but great work by Igneski. Ran the floor well. Timeout for Hemofarm, and with 1:18 to go in the third period, Besiktas just re-established a little bit of a lead. Igneski holding his hip as he sits down.
Yeah, seems to be catching these injuries, doesn't it? Igneski there, little pulling up short on this move. It was a great follow. I thought this should be pass, shouldn't it?
Well, 2-on-1, you've got to get an open shot. And if you're going to go and finish. And he just went and didn't do anything. But Igneski, great effort by the Polish international. And there's the limp.
Well, this little pull there, same area.
It's crowd are getting into it now, though. During this timeout, they're trying to lift this Besiktas team. Well, Mick, every time they get a little run, the crowd are on their feet. They need to keep on their feet. They sit down, and all of a sudden, Hemofarm control the tempo, and it all goes a little bit quiet. Maybe they need a better disc jockey.
Or a disc jockey.
A disc jockey.
That's right. Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? The crowd will feed off what's going on the floor, and what's on the floor this third quarter has not been the same Besiktas team as the first half. We've seen more of Allen Iverson, but it's been a bit disjointed. I was going to say earlier on, it lacks a bit of cohesion right now, and bringing somebody like Iverson in, you wonder, well, do I shoot this shot or do I give it to the master, the superhero? And he'll be find those answers later in as the season progresses for this team. Well, the great thing is both Chapman and Iverson getting some time on the bench, because this one's going down all the way. The three is off. Rebound. Chetin comes down with it. Erdan will get into the half court now. Ogilvy gets it back to Erdan, gets it to Ogilvy, hands it off. Igneski backs out. Well, nice hands. Igneski, not a lot of time on the shot clock now, though. Erdan's got to hurry. Puts it on the floor. Tries to float one. Oh, great take, great finish, great pass. The finish from Ogilvy, you're right, but Mark, for Erdan to know exactly where this pass was going, up, under, there it is. The finish. Rotation on the defense was just that little bit late. And Pavkovic gets himself going. First points for him in a long, long time, and he's normally a big-time scorer. Little floater from just inside the top of the D there. Well, it looks like this one's going all the way. First week of Eurocup action, and we look like with 1 quarter to go. Last 10 seconds of the third quarter. We've got a great one, look like here. 66-63. Besiktas trying to double that lead, and does, with no time left on the clock. End of the third quarter. 6-point lead re-established, and Erdan going left is 3 from 3. Watch this. Eyes on the target. Strokes the 3. And they re-established a 6-point lead, Mick. Yeah, tough play, wasn't it? There's me thinking that Besiktas might go in down, but the shooting of Kenya coming off the bench, and I think he's had 2 threes and 1 long 2, 1 foot on the line, so 8 points for Erdan. Well, we're going to take a short break. Well, this one is going to go all the way. Don't go too far away. We'll see you for the fourth quarter from Istanbul.
Well, you've only missed 8 seconds of the fourth quarter. 69-63 still. Besiktas still have the lead. Chapman back in the game. Erdem. Oh, they've got time. They're resetting Erdem. Going left again. Pulls the trigger for 3. Rebound by Mac-Van. A chance for Hemofarm to eat into that 6-point lead.
Well, that would have been a story, wouldn't it, if Kune Erdem and that other 3 got a foul down on the baseline. It's against Hemofarm. We'll give you confirmation of who that foul's against in as soon as we see the referee's signal.
Well, Pavovic, it looks like he's been accredited with a foul. I don't see that at all, but
here it is.
There's
14.
the foul. 14's the foul's on 14, right in front of us there. Savovic. Hemofarm got to work their way back into the game. Ogilvy again gets the drop and 1 for Andrew Ogilvy. Tough finish by the youngster.
I'll tell you what, Andrew Ogilvy got it in flat-footed position, so he could have easily just taken the jump shot or the hook. But watch what he does. He leans it. There's the catch. Leans into defense, into Mažić. Gets the and 1. I'm not sure whether it's Mažić with the foul or not. Yes, it is. Yeah, it's got to be, I would think, anyway.
And he gets the friendly roll. And, well, when it looked like it could be Hemofarm with a real head of steam up, they now trail 9. And that's a really good sign for Besiktas. Have answered that Hemofarm run with a run of their own now of 9-0. Turnover, Chapman. Yes, he does. Oh, no, he don't. Mac-Van recovers. Should be an easy 2, getting each other's way that time. Great effort, but stripped by Chapman. 2-on-1. And Chapman finishes, and that will get the crowd on their feet.
Wonderful. Turnover, Chapman layup. That is, yeah, Mark, that is going to get everybody going, I think.
Oh, there's the little exchange of passes, and Maya Chapman gets himself into double figures. And the crowd are now in party mode. Here's the replay while this timeout's going on.
Well, there's the fumble, wasn't it? Blocked by Ogilvy. Ogilvy throws it out. And again, another turnover after that as the ball tipped out to a Hemofarm player.
And this is... Go on. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, we got a full gym tonight with Allen Iverson's arrival, first game. When Besiktas go on the road, do you think Besiktas will be asking for a little bit of the gate money? Because everybody's going to come and watch Allen Iverson play. Absolutely right. And that's going to help Besiktas, because they're going to... The fans will be there to support the home team. But they're going to want to see Iverson play. They're going to ideal for the home team would be a 1-point win for the home team, and Iverson having 20. You know, so they get to see a little bit of the Iverson magic, but their team still wins. So you know that he is going to be a draw wherever he goes. And as long as it doesn't become a little bit like an Allen Iverson farewell tour for 2 years, you know, this is going to be a great move for him, because he's going to have a real focus for at the end of his career. And for Besiktas, this could take them to the next level. Well, they play Göttingen and Asvel Villabon. So you go to Germany, and there's quite a great Besiktas following in Germany, and that'll be some game. Hemofarm, after their timeout, trying to recover the situation again. They've worked their way back in to tie the game, and all of a sudden, in a real hurry, they trail 11 again. Begovic goes and penetrates, looks to kick, another turnover. Chapman is everywhere. This is like the first quarter. Great pass, and down by Igneski. This is what Besiktas came with the first part of the game, and they're now up to 13. In the blink of an eye, it's 13 points. And it's the running game, isn't it? It's got everything going. And back to Hemofarm, missing threes. Chapman again, push it again, but this time Hemofarm have numbers back. Jenin doesn't want to think about it. He wants to keep the momentum, but they missed the 3. Well, the only 3-point shooter for Hemofarm's Abdul Hamid there, number 10. You've got to get him the ball. You want to make the threes. Pavkovic taking their time this time. Feet set for the 3. Mac-Van keeps it alive. Pavkovic fakes, gets inside, in the corner. Wide open, it's not, they're just living and now dying by the 3-point line. Ogilvy gets the rebound, and this time Maya Chapman will take some time with it. Well, Abdul Hamid 3 for 4 from behind the arc. The rest of the team is 0 for, I think, 17. Well, that doesn't get anything done. Chapman with his own 3-pointer, and it's gone from literally a 16-0 run for
Besiktas. The scores were tied and they lead by 16. What a turnaround at the start of the fourth quarter. This is a great demonstration. Abdelhamid knocked away. No, Maya Chapman gets called for the foul. He quite rightly puts his hand up. That's his third. There looks like there's a nice feel to this Besiktas team, Mick.
Well, yes and no, isn't it? I mean,
well,
you look at the way they played the third quarter, and this is how a new teams play. They play up and down. You find out how tough you are in your times of adversity, and the third quarter was their poorest period of this game. And we said all along, they will give you options to get back in this game. And that was Hemofarm's chance. They've not taken it because the fourth quarter's been all Besiktas. Interesting with Iverson on the bench too.
They can score points in a hurry. Don't forget Hemofarm. They might be 0 for, apart from this guy from the three-point line, but there are guys on this floor who can score. Nice move to the basket by Borisov. Milos Borisov there with a nice little layup. Gets the score ticking over for Hemofarm. That's all it needed. They just need that to get off the score they were stuck on. Trail by 14.
And getting yourself off the three-point line, getting to the hoop is important too.
Erden steps back for three. My word.
It's going to be tough now beating this Besiktas team because they've got the bit between the teeth from beyond the arc.
They've just lit it up in the fourth quarter. They've already taken the timeout. Makvan with a little floater off the glass. Doesn't get the drop. Great follow by Bozovic, and it doesn't get the drop. And now it's about time, the clock, possession. And as long as Besiktas do not just walk through things, they're in control of this now. Hemofarm have got to come up with an answer of their own, and he's not in a white uniform. Chapman penetrates, kicks. Erden, who's just made the last one. There's that move to the left and doesn't make the three, but they used 23.5 seconds on that one, Mick.
Yeah, it was a better offense, wasn't it? As far as patience. Oh, there's your man for the three-point line. I told you, Abdelhamid 4 for 5.
If the rest of the team just could have done half of that, they'd have been well into this game. 82-68. It's still only 14, and there's still 5.5 to go. And Hemofarm at some point are going to make some threes.
And I think it's about time. They've got to bring Iverson back in to finish this game, what he's very good at, the experience.
And there's a foul. It's a nice decision that time by Chetan. He had got Borisov in the air and drew the contact. They get a new 24 seconds. And it means Hemofarm have to spend more time on defense. How many number 4 shirts are they going to sell this year, Mick? There could be a whole crowd of them soon. Chapman moves it on. Igneski, who's had a nice little period here. Nice pass and big finish. Well, nice little pick and roll. And Likatolovov was, who spent a lot of time on the bench, announces his return in this fourth quarter with the big, and we got a foul called off the...
That's Likolotov, Mark, I think, is going to get that foul. Just bumping the cutter through the lane. Yeah, Fedor Likolotov. I think he is done and dusted.
His palms up. He doesn't like it. He's already off the court. His 5th foul. He's picked up fouls for fun in this game.
Ogilvy jumps up. He's not a great scorer either. I mean, even his Dynamo Moscow time, he didn't play many minutes. So he's not going to be on the score sheet for his scoring.
Mick, there's 16-point margin, 5 minutes to go. Hemofarm. There's two things here, isn't there? It's about one, can they get in the game? They've got to make some shots early, get some stops, get it under 10, and hopefully then, you know, they get Besiktas thinking. Nice move to the hoop.
Well, that's what they do.
Again.
That's what they do. They take the ball to the hoop very quickly. Now, unluckily, Christodoulou is on the bench because he's the premier man for that sort of play. Got to make some shots, though, haven't they? Got to make some threes eventually.
Well, and they cannot just let Besiktas kill the game here and take 20 seconds every possession. The game just disappears if that happens. Well, that is feeling it.
Well, I think Iverson's not too far away from getting back in this game.
Abdelhamid pushes to the basket. Quick points, that's what they need. That's a nice play, and that's an excellent job on the break. Bozovic got down the floor, found beautifully by Abdelhamid. Timeout by Besiktas, and your man Allen Iverson looks like he's coming back.
Yeah, it has to, haven't you? That's what you pay him the money to finish the games. You've got to bring him in now. And Hemofarm are not out of this game. There's no way. They are a good team. They can score quickly. They haven't hit from the three-point line yet, but anything can happen. It's a Serbian team. They can shoot.
Well, they're a Serbian team. They never know when they're beat, and they can definitely score. It's always a worry, Mick. You get up by this sort of number and the game is not done. You try and kill it by taking time of it, and you stop getting good shots. Team gets it under 10, you get more panicky. what was
Happened all
great,
the time, didn't it?
Yeah, and what was great with this team is when they ran the ball, got plays like that on the replay. Igneski on the dunk there, but it was points in transition is when Besiktas have looked a good team.
Yeah, and I'll be very surprised if Hemofarm can win this, but will Hemofarm get back into it, make it close? Definitely.
Well,
there's going to be some indecision from the Besiktas players.
Coming out of the timeout, it's 84-72. Besiktas lead it. Well, 84-72. Just over 5 minutes to go. Plenty of time for Hemofarm to get themselves back in the game. Macvan, now the one thing that you picked up on, Mick, no Christodoulou, who's one of the guys you say can break down. They've still got the depth, though, and the great thing about Hemofarm is these guys are used to playing minutes.
Yeah, exactly right. They're on the floor, and they're used to the atmosphere, too. It's not going to faze them at all. And they've been through this scenario time and time again.
Iverson tries to get the screen from Ogilvy, does get the screen from Ogilvy, gets it on the pick and roll. And they didn't leave Iverson. There was no pick and roll there. Oh, nice handle, and that will not be a basket or shooting unless they're in the team foul situation, which I need to check. But Chedden gets called for the foul. That's his fourth.
See, little plays like that will work against Besiktas on the break. In 3 seconds, they're down the other end, putting pressure on the defense with a foul. I'm not sure that would have counted if it dropped, but it'll be a sideline ball, so it wouldn't have done.
Well, they got a chance here to get a quick hit out of the sideline ball. And the pick and roll, we get the hit, the highlight. There's three orange shirts waiting for Ogilvy to roll. Oh, and a layup by Pavkovic on the far side, and it's a 10-point game all of a sudden. This game is a game of runs. We say it every week here on Eurosport 2. Basketball is a game of runs. This is Hemofarm's turn. Here's Chapman, 84-74. 3:40, and we got a whistle out of shot. And, well, the Hemofarm bench is not happy at all. Must have a... I don't think the foul is on Abdul Hamid, is it? Yes, it is. Third foul for him. He looks completely bemused by it.
They all do, don't they, Mark?
But they are in the bonus already. We're over 4 fouls committed, and Allen Iverson misses the first. You know, so at worst now, they're only going to trail 11. They're going to come down the floor. It could be 9. It could even be 8 points. And once you get into that margin of gap, then there's a chance. Iverson makes the second, opens it out to 11. Crowd need to get excited again. Need a play to get them up. They're almost just expecting this game to run out now. Macvan kicks. Sovic has got to shoot that. Does shoot that. Makes one. The first Hemofarm player who's not called Abdul Hamid makes a three.
Well, cometh the hour. Cometh the men, and the Hemofarm team are on their way.
8-point game, 85-77. Chapman gets bumped. Good defense. Surely that's not going to drop. No, it doesn't. Macvan comes down with a rebound. Chance here for Hemofarm in the break. If they reverse it now, wide open. Hammer's wide open. Oh, Iverson broke that up, and there was a 3-point wide open shot gone begging.
Why did Pavkovic not shoot the ball? I mean, he's just made a layup. He must be feeling confident. Just indecision there.
That's the Iverson. It's not about his points, his quickness there. Just gets his hands involved.
Well, it's the anticipation. He was that pass. I mean, if the pass had been faked, he'd have been in the stands with the cheerleaders.
So Hamid, extra pass, wide open. Kovac just with the long three is good, and here they come.
Back-to-back threes, Mark. It's, look at that 5-point game. They are going to hang around, and now it's as quiet as anything in here.
Well, this is now they cannot kill the game because the margin is too close. Iverson, almost a turnover, recovered on the far side. That's recovered, and Mustafa Abbey just about gets his hand. Chapman finds Ogilvy. They'll offer him that shot. No wonder. And this is danger time here for the home crowd. They're trying to whistle their way back into this. Abdul Hamid penetrates, gets to the basket, is fouled, doesn't get the drop. Iverson looks bemused because I think he's been called for the reach.
Look where he got the foul to, up on the foul line. You know, more reaching for the ball than moving your feet. Let's have a look there. It's a weak foul too. I think the foul afterwards on Ogilvy was probably more important.
Well, Iverson picks up his third foul. Pavkovic is on the free throw line. This will cut it to 3. Well, every time we think this game is going one way or another, the other team comes back, but woes from the free throw line, Mick. Again, another free throw missed.
Yeah, that's free throw number 11, I think.
Well, you got a 5-point game. You've missed 11 from the line. You've missed 11. You just make that one. 4-point game, 85-81, 2:20 in the game to go. What an opening night of Europe Cup basketball here on Eurosport 2. And this is only game one. Iverson to the basket, floats one. Ogilvy again. He's so active around the ring. That's his third offensive rebound in that situation.
Yeah, and I think he came into the game with his first 2 points with this type of move, wasn't it? Just hanging around the hoop, being active, getting up before anybody else.
Well, the early three by Bozovic is no good, but he gets it and somehow comes down with it. Pekovic for three, just having made one, makes another. 84-87, only a 3-point game and never making a three for most of the game. I think they're like 3 from 3, the last 3-pointers.
Well, they could shoot. We said at the timeout that you don't discount them.
Chapman gets it to Ogilvy. Iverson doesn't think himself. Answers with three and one.
No way, is that a foul? Iverson milked that one. See the action replay. Hamid gets so close to him, Mark, but there's no foul there. The legs kick out.
Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. He's up. Well, nothing but string there. We didn't see the contact after.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at this one. Wow, that's... he milked it. He may have been fouled. He definitely milked it. Net effect is this could be a 4-point and huge play. And is. Avkovic now. Got to answer again. They're now down 7. There's still time here for Hemofarm. They need a quick one. Pekovic comes off the screen. Vasovic for three is good, and they just will not go away. 91-87.
Borisov there just lined it up. It was just a line drive, a three.
Well, they're 8 from 24, and they were awful. And turnover.
Oh, no.
Oh, yep, absolutely right. The official right on it. Iverson turns it over.
Well, I thought Abdul Hamid just touched that at the end, but the referee was there. He saw it better than I.
Well, this possession here is absolutely key. Both teams, if Besiktas could just get a stop, they give themselves some breathing space. Hemofarm score. This is game on. Pevkovic, high post screens, Magvan. What's the bet in Magvan? Magvan takes the three. It's good for Magvan. 1-point game, 1:09 to go.
Big time shot.
From a big-time player. Here's Maya Chapman. Wow.
17 points, Milan Mažić leading the scorers for Hemofarm.
Chapman. So going to shake Ogilvy.
No, he wants to shoot it.
Oh, way off. And Iverson did not touch the ball. That cannot be smart.
You know, Ogilvy had a good shot, passed it up.
Pekovic fancies himself at the three-point line and way outside. Hemofarm lead it by 2, 93-91.
Outstanding. It's like 7 for 7 the last 4 minutes.
93-91. Chapman. And look at that, sums it up. These guys were having a party, and now they're down 2.
16 down they were.
30 seconds on the clock. Iverson finds Chapman, pulls it for 3. Is way off, doesn't hit anything. And Hemofarm have the 2-point lead and under 30 seconds to go.
They got a foul.
Got to foul him. Oh, they get it. Magvan dribbles out. They've got to foul. Oh, they do, and it takes a long, long time to foul. And Mustafa Abbey picks up the foul, his second. Where did this come from?
Well, Besiktas took the eyes off the prize, didn't they? Snatching defeat from the jaws of victory. How are you? Cliche after cliche. Well, this is incredible. 16 points down, and I'm not sure what the time was on the clock.
It was 5 minutes to go when they'd finished that run.
Well, I thought it was under that because they came out the timeout 16 down in 3 minutes maybe.
Well, 93, and we talked about it with 3-4 minutes to go. You cannot just come down the floor and try and kill a game. You've still, even though you're taking time off the clock, you've got to be aggressive. 18 seconds. They've been horrible from the line all night. And, well, do you believe it? Pavkovic makes the first.
Yeah, they were 16 down, and the timeout was just under 5 minutes to go.
Now, this is such a big shot. This will put them 4 up from absolutely nowhere. Oh, they miss another free throw, but get the rebound. And it's stolen. How did they get that?
3 to tie.
Oh, is this Iverson time? He gives it up. Ogilvy's not going to shoot the free. Iverson. Foul him. Send him to the line.
Yeah.
Oh, he shoots the 3. Oh, it's short. That Shadai's coming out. For 3 for Chatton is off. And Hemofarm from absolutely nowhere have spoiled Allen Iverson's party, have spoiled Besiktas' night. And Hemofarm with the 94-91 win from absolutely nowhere.
They can't believe themselves, Mark. Look at it, the looks of delight. That is an incredible victory. What a comeback. I don't think I've seen a comeback 16 down at this level in 5 minutes. Unbelievable.
Well, there it is, 94-91. Hemofarm, having trailed 16 deep into the fourth quarter, have come up with the huge win on the road. They win the first game of this Eurocup group here in Istanbul, 94-91. Well, Mick.
Mark, I make that 26-7 last 5 minutes of play. That is phenomenal. And maybe 6, maybe 7 3-pointers in that. That is phenomenal. And as badly as they shot through the game, incredible.
Well, tremendous performance by Hemofarm. If that is anything to go by, we've still got 2 games. Still got 2 games to go here tonight. We're going to get over to Wrocław to see the end of the Wrocław Alba Berlin, and we'll be in Madrid after that.